Summer is finally here! I can't believe I can actually go sleeveless. There is this misconception about Greece that it's the country of the eternal summer, that the winters are mild and the sky is always blue. Is this true? No. The first image that comes to most people's minds when they think about Greece is something like this. But the fact that the travel agencies tend to advertise only this, that doesn't mean that this is all there is. The truth is that Greece has a Mediterranean climate, and that means that all 4 seasons are here when they're supposed to be. So the summers are hot, autumn and spring are mild, and the winter is cold. I mean, really cold. And the norther you go, the colder it gets. A big part of the country is mountainous, and that means that there are areas that can get freezing temperatures in the winter. So ice, cold and below zero temperatures are very common in many areas of Greece. Florina, Kastoria, Kozani, Evros, Ptolemaida, Kilkis, Xanthi, Drama, Kavala are names that don't sound as exotic as Santorini and Mykonos, but those areas do exist. They cover a big part of Greece, and the winter there can be freezing. Okay, not as freezing as Russia, but still. If you didn't know, Greece is a country of millions of stray dogs, and if we include the number of stray cats, the number of stray animals in general exceeds the number of the people inhabiting the country. Surviving the winter as a stray in most parts of the country is very difficult, and no, people don't feel for them and let them in their homes or shops during the winter. Quite the opposite, actually. This photo of some stray dogs in a village in Greece went viral this year, and the reason why they are seeking shelter under this tree and not in the entrance of a shop or a patio of a house somewhere is that nobody will actually let them in. A few years ago, for example, when I was in Pilio, which is one of the most popular winter destinations in Greece, there were so many stray dogs, wet and cold and honestly miserable, not even allowed to seek shelter in a shop or anything, that I just came back depressed. Not even the rescue dogs have it easy here in the winter. Shelters here are actually built and run by volunteers. They are outdoor constructions made of wood and zinc, and they're usually up on a mountain as far away as possible from the nearest houses, and the dogs are really exposed to the elements. During winter time, even getting there is tricky for the volunteers. Very often the water pipes freeze and the water needs to be carried there by the volunteers, just like the food, the medicine, the blankets and the bedding that freeze during the winter need to be changed every day. This winter that is finally over was particularly cold and wet for Greece. Volunteers and shelters shared heartbreaking photos and videos of dogs covered in snow. Shadow dogs of Karditsa, the volunteers in East Pilion, Triadafilias dog shelter up in the north, Save a Greek Stray, which is in Attica, and it's had a very rough time. It even snowed in the islands. That's the same islands that you see in the brochures of the travel agencies. This dog was rescued, for example, in the island of Limnos after being found buried in the snow, chained next to a dog house. Even the Kaz shelter, which is in the outskirts of Athens, posted these photos of the water frozen in the dogs' water bowls. The myth that stray dogs have it easy here because we're used to seeing them sunbathing on a beach during our 10-day summer vacation is exactly that. It's a myth. Cardboard boxes and sheds provided to them by the volunteers are usually destroyed purposely within a few days. And that viral photo that has been going around the internet for years, showing a coffee shop opening its doors to the freezing strays of the neighborhood, is an exception. It's not the rule. Sorry, I didn't mean to depress you. I thought it would be better to share this now that the winter is over and the summer is coming. Well, for us in the North Hemisphere anyway, and nobody will be freezing for the next months. All footage in this video comes from shelters and volunteers here in Greece. If you wish to support them in any way, you can follow the links in the description box below, and if you wish to support this channel, you can do so through Patreon. Thank you for watching!